Yes, Thoughtseize now, opponents. This is your only chance, because next turn you're going to be activating Saga. Yes! 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 That's what you love to see. Oops, no cards.
Screenshot.
Hey, that just means they don't have double bolt for my Titan, so... my Titans, plural. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, we are going old school. That's right. We've got literal, actual Boros Garrison in our Amulet deck. Can you believe it? The most horrible, horrendous draw in the world, and I just am willingly putting it straight into my deck when I don't have to? Well, that's because I would like to have Vigilance. It was nice in the past, and here it is again. Honestly, just like somebody in the chat said, I'm kind of just doing this for vibes. I feel like playing the Garrison Slayers Sunhome package, but we're going to see if it holds up in the modern Amulet world. Nobody is playing Boros Garrison and Slayer Stronghold anymore, and I am the type to go against the grain, so what can I say? In the main deck, we've got a couple of Spelunkings over Explorers because I would like to have the extra sideboard space. I don't really know exactly what the format looks like right now. It's been a while since I was able to play, and to me, Spelunking is just a totally fine card to have in the main deck, and it's pretty replaceable, you know, between Spelunking and Explorer, and opening up the sideboard space makes sense. We've got one Oblivion Stone here in the sideboard, just vibing, you know. If I do happen to play against a 4-color deck, then being able to wreck them with Oblivion Stone will be the numero uno plan, but it's also maybe good against, like, Scam or something like that. We've got a stack of Graveyard Hate for the Goryo's Vengeance decks that have continued to not die down. And just other cards that kind of fit the vibes. We've got Cultivator on the sideboard in case I need to bring it in. A couple Force of Vigors to make my opposing Amulet opponents cry. Extra Boseiju, you already know. Just a couple of sprinkling of Cavernous Souls because I still hate counterspells, and so do you. And yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this list. It's kind of just what I felt like playing at the moment, and so we're going to play it. I'll see you guys in match 1. Almost just click keep without even looking at the hand. So it's what happens when you get scattered thoughts. This hand looks pretty good. We're missing a Bounce Land and a Titan, but we'll keep it. We're on the draw as well, which is kind of nice. The sequencing is going to be interesting, but we'll just wait to think about it until our opponent shows us what they're doing. So you're saying you can Grazer out the Hanweir so that you can still double haste? Holy Vestige, Otawara, I mean, the lines aren't really the thing that I'm most concerned about. Speaking of concerned about, our opponent's on Floodstrand. Could be a control deck. Could be a weird, like, Murktide hand or something. I think it's probably just Saga Go. Maybe Grazer Saga is okay. We don't really need the Grazer with triple Amulet or double Amulet plus map for bouncing coming down the pipe, so I guess I'll just play out the Grazer, but this allows us to potentially just activate Saga on turn 2 if our opponent is playing something more controlling. So you're talking about lines to haste if you have Hanweir. So, like, unique lines that you can't do with Garrison Slayers. I mean, there's definitely been lines where you have to transmute for and pack for Grazer and be able to, you know, put Grazer into play. But a lot of times it involves already having a red or white floating. Turn 2 Scion, huh? I don't know why I just always deal to that. That's not a great idea. So we still need to draw that Titan. We found the Bounce Land as well, so we're going to potentially have triple Amulet upcoming here. Or we could map for Talaria West. So if this turn we go Amulet, Bounce, Dryad, Mycosynth, or double Amulet, Bounce, Dryad, a Mycosynth copy, then we'll have plenty of mana next turn, but our Dryad could die. We could also just not play Dryad, just go Amulet, Mycosynth, copy, and then next turn float, play Amulet. We could get 4 Amulets, or we could do 3 Amulets. We have to pay 1 next turn, so we'd have 1 floating, and we'd have 3 Amulets because the Mycosynth would be a copy. So we'd be able to get 7 mana, play Dryad down to 4, bounce back up to 10. We crack the map down to 8, and we're 1 short of Titan, I think, if we don't play Dryad this turn. If I did the math right, which I'm not confident in, if we play double Amulet this turn, and the next turn copy an Amulet and get map, I think the math still is the same there. I think if we want to be able to map for Titan this upcoming turn, we have to play Dryad, but if we lose it to the Red Bird spell, then it's not great for us. But I'm willing to play into it, I think, because the only thing they could have is Tribal Flames. Or I guess they could have Leyline Binding, but that's going to disrupt us either way. I think this is going to be the best line. I haven't done a whole lot of math, but this feels right to me. Because this way we also get to Mycosynth this turn. All right, it will copy here. And now if we just top deck a Titan, their Leyline Binding does nothing. No attacks. So we are planning to map for Talaria West here. And we'll go ahead and take the chump. Is 3 Amulets enough? We'll only be able to get 2 Titans because we have to map for the TOS, unless we just top deck our Titan. Ardent Plea.
4ev_ironic said, and worst case you get a 5/5 construct.
We get no constructs this way. Did they? Oh, What just happened?
Oh, one short.
Oh, they glimpsed. What the heck is going on? I was like, how did they cascade into a second Scion? But no, they glimpsed of Tomorrowed and just happened to hit 2 more Scions when they had one in play. That's interesting. Okay, so we did not draw the Titan, but they didn't interact with our Dryad, so I think we're just good to go here. We'll float a blue here, I suppose. So we get map. And then we get to go ham here. We have 1 Valakut in hand, which is vaguely annoying. We might have enough mana to ignore that, though. We'll see. Start like this. Get the T-West. Transmute. So we have 3 mana. So we can play Valakut and have exactly enough to play Titan. 3 plus 3 here. Yeah, so we can afford to play the Valakut. I think it's fine. All this because I decided to play the Dryad into a potential interactive spell from our opponent here. Right, we'll get Titan, play Titan, get second Titan, play second Titan, haste both. T-West Growth Chamber, you already know. You know, just classic stuff here on the Red Face Menace channel. Second Pact for Titan, haste Titan. Well, both Titans. I guess we can haste the Dryad if we want to. Right, so we go Titan. So we only need to activate Slayers twice. So we might be able to get second Valakut Slayers here. We need 2 untapped for the Slayers to activate. 1 Slayers gives us 1 white, and then a Valakut gives us a white and 2 red. So I'm pretty sure it works. We gotta stack all the Slayers on the bottom, though. Okay. So we'll float a white here. And now we use Slayers to haste 1 Titan. We untap it, float a white, and now we haste the remaining Titan. And so now we get third Valakut. I was about to say second Valakut. We get third Valakut. And I guess just Boseiju for green sources in case somehow we just don't kill our opponent here. Yep, there we go. We were going to have plenty of Valakut triggers, let me tell you. So on MTG Goldfish, there are no modern decks that are shown using Glimpse of Tomorrow. 0. So we kind of just have to play it off the cuff here. Interesting. I think I like keeping Saga and Splunking because that interaction is going to be good against us either way, but Saga is always going to be our way to get a second Amulet. And even if we, like, for example, this hand, if they not crack the earth, I mean, that's basically what it is.
4ev_ironic said, his Spelunking is main already.
Yeah, Spelunking is already main.
That makes sense.
I think it's right to keep the Sagas in against the green 1 mana spell. At least in my experience, it hasn't been that bad.
I thought it was side.
The question is, do we want to lead on the Saga, though? Because we don't have to. It sets up for the turn 3 Titan, though. I think I'm going to do it, and if they decide to use their green spell... What is that card called? I should know this. Here it comes, Breeding Pool. No, they'll probably get Stomping Ground and then cast it.
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Yes, that's exactly it. They probably do have it, but... Wave Sifter. So they're definitely doing Glimpse things. Yeah, especially if they're on Glimpse, I think it's right to keep the Saga. I guess they could maybe have Foundation Breaker or something like that. Boseiju, probably not worth it. We probably need the Sunhome in play, so we'll go like this. Just gotta wait here, see if our opponent is going for the Cascade this turn.
4ev_ironic said, he can move in Cavern and Boseiju for 2 Sagas at least maybe, if this goes to AG3, hopefully not.
I mean, we've got double Amulet shenanigans happening here, so you never know. There's Glimpse, Leyline Binding, and then some Ardent Pleas that do nothing. Okay. Say, in this kind of scenario, we're really glad that we kept Sagas. Like, sure, they can maybe interact with it, but I feel like it's important through their 1-for-1 type, like, interaction they can have. So we want to get Amulet here. So we play Grazer, Bounce Land, pick up the Boseiju. We can still ring here, and I think we do want to do that. Alright, so let's pick up this Boseiju. Play our ring. Draw now, and pass back to them. We can Pact for Grazer next turn to Titan if we want to. Plays into a Leyline Binding, potentially. Or we could Boseiju their Leyline, and then Pact for either Dryad or Grazer to be able to play Titan with double Amulet, and that's a bit better. Call me Garden. Cyclone Generation. Feeling not too bad about this. I guess they could have Force of Vigor or something. That's really about it here. They got Temple Garden, but they didn't play it. Okay.
VicTMMTG said, I had such a rough match 1 of my league.
Drawing Valakut, huh?
1 green source across 2 games.
So if we draw with the ring here, we could potentially accidentally draw Slayers, which would be really annoying. I don't think there's really a reason to do much. We can, if we Boseiju their Leyline Binding, they can get an untapped Shock Land and potentially hold up a second Leyline Binding. I think I'm willing to play into that, though. Well, If we do that, I guess we just have to leave a bounce land and play.
But you might not have to pact if you draw, but drawing the land feels worse, I think.
Yeah, I feel like we're a lot less likely to draw the land than to draw something that we would not then have to pact for. I think I'm going to go ahead and draw, and if we draw the land, it's whatever. All right, so we found the amulets. Now we don't even have to use our Boseiju. Oh, we can just go amulet, bounce land, Titan, and not have to pact at all. I think that's better.
That gets it, yup.
So let's go, I guess, just Growth Chamber. And we might... I'm debating whether it's worth it to pick up the Sunhome or not. Because they have 3 powers worth of blockers, but we can do 20. Can we do 20? We can do 16, but we'd have to Vesuva copy the Sunhome instead of getting another red-white thing. So if we want to be able to kill them... Oh, we can pack for a second Titan here and haste both.
4ev_ironic said,
for second
can
Titan.
Vesuva it if you leave it yet.
Oh, I meant to leave the Sunhome. What the heck did I just do? I even just said I was going to pack for second Titan, and then we didn't need the... Whatever. Okay, is there a way to recover? Can we Grazer in the Sunhome? Is that even worth it? So if we pack for Dryad and leave 3 floating, we can play...
VicTMMTG said, Colossus.
Colossus in the sideboard.
Titan, into Colossus.
We don't have Colossus, that's in the sideboard.
4ev_ironic said, can you maybe Boseiju for 3rd amulet, and have enough?
We can Boseiju for 3rd amulet, pack for Grazer, maybe? Boseiju down to 4, pack for Grazer down to... Oh, that leaves us with only 1 green, though, so we can't Grazer in the Sunhome if we do that. And it also gives them a window to Leyline. I don't know if there's a way to get them
do
not
you have to kill this turn?
We can... We probably should kill them this turn, because we don't know what they can glimpse into. Yeah, we can Dryad and then haste off Crumbling Vestige, but we have one of the Valacuts in hand. Or we can haste maybe off of the Valacut instead. Pack for Dryad, play Bounce Land, leave red floating, play Titan, get Valacut Slayers, haste attack Vesuva Valacut, and that's lethal, I think. I think we do have to pack here. We just don't want to give them a window to interact, if at all possible. Okay, and we can't play the Valacut here, so we just have to play Gruul Turf. This way we can haste off Valacut and get Vesuva copying Valacut from deck. Dumb mistake to pick up that Sunhome. Very dumb mistake. So we'll do it this way. Oh, and our opponent just scoops it up. Okay, so... So what we were going to do is get Valacut Slayers and haste the Titan, and then attack, get Vesuva copy Valacut and another land, and that would be exactly 6 to trigger Valacut while also attacking for 8. So they could block for 3, they'd be taking 5 from the Titan down to 11, and then 3 Valacuts times 2 lands entering would have been 6 triggers for 18, so we definitely had enough damage there. Whew. Almost cost myself the match. Oops.
Great. My favorite Titan streamer is streaming haha Snowball. Kept double amulet hands.
Well, look, if I'm your favorite Titan streamer or YouTuber, then show your support by following the stream and subscribing down below. On the draw. They had to do it to us. Unless our opponent chooses for us to be on the play, I'll take that. I don't foresee that happening, but it could. Alright, this hand feels like a mulligan to me. It's also perfectly organized. Like, this is exactly how I would have sorted it in my hand, but we're still not keeping it, so.
VicTMMTG said, my op RN has been AFK for 10 minutes.
Ugh. Interesting. Well, at least it might be a free win. Ugh. So we get to go turn 3 Spelunking and the turn 4 Ring on the draw. Kind of want to chance it on 5. They kept 7, though. I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, this hand's better-ish. Don't need a bounce land. And I guess we don't need Grazer. We go Saga, land, turn 3 Dryad. This is a turn 4 Titan. Alternatively, we could turn 1 Grazer in Simic, turn 2, play Saga, Dryad, and then be able to make Saga tokens. We could just try to top deck our Titan and do something like this. Go Grazer in bounce, turn 2 Saga, Dryad, turn 3 we'll still have and land drop, and then turn 3 we can make a land drop if we draw it and have Saga tokens. I think this is going to be the best plan. Weird hand. I kind of wish we could have kept the second bounce land. I guess the problem with leaving our bounce land in play here... Oof, Blood Crypt. We don't like to see that. I guess the problem with leaving bounce land in play here is that we need to either draw a bounce land, or, which we know we bottom one, or 2 lands and a Titan in order to get there. At least this hand doesn't care too much about Thoughtseize. They take the Grazer too, huh? Okay, Forest ain't too bad. I guess we just play Forest. We can... either Saga next turn and just start making constructs the turn after, or we can go Forest and then Saga Dryad on turn 3. Ooh, Inti. Whenever you attack, may discard and put a +1/+1 counter on an attacking creature, and then they get to play cards until end of turn from the top of their deck. Interesting. Well, with Vesuva, I think we just go ahead and play Saga, so next turn we can go Forest Dryad Vesuva Saga. Interesting. Lots of decks doing unusual things tonight. It's been a long time since I saw an Inti on the battlefield. So they get a +1/+1 counter on their Inti, and they get to discard a card swap a card for the top card of their deck. Did they discard Lightning Bolt to then exile Lightning Bolt? I mean, you can play this until end of turn if you want to, opponent. I won't stop you. They do Bolt face. Makes sense. Scourge. That's a little bit of a problem. We don't love that. Still sticking with the plan. Dryad, Vesuva copy that one. They can attack with Inti and make it so that if we block the Dryad, it would die. Do we need to chump block here? Chump block, then use another Saga construct to chump block the Scourge another turn? Oof, they got a second Scourge off the discard too. I mean, the chump block plan dies to them having removal spells, but doing that, buying 2 turns and hoping to top deck Titan with double Amulet
TMMTG
makes
said,
sense to me.
Uprock hit there from Inti.
Okay, so if we block this, the next turn we're taking 12, 16. If we chump again, we're taking 6 plus 4, and then for this turn, it's a total of 14. So I think we're dead either way. So we need to keep our Dryad and top deck Titan to kill them with Valcut this turn, I think. So we have to top deck Titan.
I don't think blocking is worth.
Yeah. Because they hit the second Scourge, chump blocking doesn't make sense. If they didn't have another threat on the table already, essentially. Oh, Battle Rage. Okay, so nothing ever mattered. Okay, that's totally fine, I guess.
Oof.
Okay, so if we draw a bounce land, this hand's super lit. We definitely keep this. If we go turn 1, Mycosynth Amulet, turn 2, we could go bounce land, copy, Grazer, bounce land, play Ring. It's a possibility. Do we play...
Vic TMMTG said,
I think we
this
need
is
to play
similar
the
to the hands I was
Amulet
keeping LOL.
Yeah, I hope we draw a bounce land and not the Boros variety. Although, I'll even take a Boros at this point. I take it back. Boros did
I
nothing
never felt
wrong.
so sad. Crying face.
Ooh, Thoughtseize doesn't really do much against this hand.
4ev_ironic said, these are the hands I am always scared to keep. Boros is fine because of Ring.
Honestly, if this hand didn't have Ring, I might not have kept it. Because there's always the possibility that we just pretty much do nothing.
If you play Titan, you gotta play No Fear. I either get my bounce first draw, or like 6 turns later.
I think we maybe want to play the Grazer here in case they have Ragavan.
At least that's how I feel.
I think we want a Grazer. We'll draw the bounce. Don't worry about it. Victim was not drawing the bounces so that we could.
I believe.
Heart of the cards.
Exactly.
3 Street Wraiths. Interesting. I see. Our opponent's already at 8 life points. Death Shadow. Okay. Alright, we're gonna copy the Amulet here because we are top decking the bounce land for sure. Alright, bounce land right now.
Win this game by my being AFK for 20 minutes.
Always had it. Never did not.
LOL.
Never did not have it. Thank you, Victim, for being the victim instead of me. Look, I'm just too skilled. This is what it looks like to be a pro Amulet player. You have to get to this level of skill. Alright, so we want to play a second Titan, if I do say so myself.
Ironic said, always better to be lucky.
That wasn't luck, that was pure skill.
I mean, I had some crazy draws earlier today, so I can't complain.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was not a crazy draw. That was not luck. That was just always gonna happen. That was fate. It was either fate or skill, and nothing else.
Had one out in drawing a bounce against creativity, and I got there.
See, that's also skill. Alright, so we go Boros and Slayers. Now, there's some weirdness about the math with
He was
Death
malding
Shadow.
in the chat, LOL.
So our opponent is not malding in the chat this time. Which I greatly respect. I wonder if they have Dismember here. I don't think it helps, but...
Saying how Titan should be banned even when I was killing at like turn 6.
Hey, we got a game. See if we can get game 3.
Hello.
How's it going, Bash? What did I just say?
How did school go?
School has gone pretty fantastically so far. I finished all of my second year courses and passed everything, and now I have this upcoming month that I'm taking for dedicated before I take the Comlex. I literally got up at 8 o'clock this morning and started studying and did nothing other than studying since then, so this is my break. This hand kind of sucks, not gonna lie. But it has a 1 ring, but the hand I'm about to mulligan into also has a 1 ring. Okay, well it has Saga Amulet, which is better, so I'll keep this. And I guess we have to bottom a pact here. Have to keep Grazer to respect a Ragavan, Street Wraith, and DRC. That one is not Ragavan. Dryad's not a bad draw at all. Well, I guess if they have Alpine Moon, they have Alpine Moon, and that is just how it will be. Second DRC, huh? Yep. Oh, they kept on top. That's kind of scary. So they have the second land. They bobble us. Hopefully it's the second Amulet. They have the second land. Take our 1. And then like it. Draw a card. It's not Amulet. That's fine. So we go bounce, Dryad, Forest. Just pass. Keep the Grazer, I guess. Pick this one right back up. I think we could just play the Grazer. It's not the craziest thing in the world. Holding the Grazer is better in case our opponent has a way to kill our Saga, though, like an Alpine Moon, so I'm just going to hold on to it. Grazer Boy stays close to the heart. But yeah, speaking of school, after I'm done with this stream, I'm going to do another hour of practice questions. So my day's not even over yet. And I get to wake up tomorrow at 8 o'clock and rinse repeat. Inty. Okay.
4ev_ironic said, also makes them think about all the threats in your end. Vic
Oh, this triggers even
said,
when they attack with anything
rough.
else. Interesting.
In terms of the study schedule.
I mean, you could say it's rough, but it's also what I signed up for and what I wanted to do. Honestly, I'd be pretty bored if I didn't have med school stuff to be doing all day. Do we even block?
That's fair.
Lose the Dryad to a bolt? I guess we don't care if that happens. Oh wait, we want to block this one though. They have creature artifact, so instant plus any random card here would enable like an unholy heat. Oh wait, they don't have any mana. What am I debating about here? And they're dead. Hold on, let's float the right color of mana here though. All right, we'll get second Amuletto, and yeah, let's go. Get to play second Dryad here as well.
4ev_ironic said, just don't procrastinate like me. I remember not starting a 30-page scientific research paper until a week before it was due.
Oh, trust me, I did not get this far in med school by procrastinating, that's for sure. I know much better than to do that. All right, so we get to Titan. Oh, we have another land drop here too. Interesting. So we can play Forest and then get Valakut and Slayers and still haste. Before I do that, since it doesn't matter, I'm going to go ahead and play this because it's easier to not have to count the mana and just instead be able to see it floating. So we go always yield, yes. So we go Valakut Slayers, and then we haste once, leave both untapped, play Forest haste second time, and that works. Float white here using the Dryad ability. All right, so we are 2-0. Let's just cruise right through here. Finishing 2 matches before Victim even got his opponent to come back to the computer. Playing against LFC, which is just so very close, but yet so far from KFC.
4ev_ironic said, I loved playing Control Mirrors. I had such a great win percentage when I played Control.
I loved playing Control Mirrors before 3 Fairy got printed, and then I hated playing Control Mirrors. Yeah, if you're from the UK, I feel sorry for you. Nobody should be born with that amount of unluck.
4ev_ironic said,
there they are.
Sphinx's Revelation era with Twin etc. was fun.
Thank you. Somebody finally said it, dude. Sphinx's Revelation. That's everything that I need to hear. I don't need to hear any other information. I'm sold. Maybe I should build a blue-white annual deck with Sphinx's Revelation. What just happened? They revealed... Oh, they did reveal Gigantha. You have to draw bounce land plus another land to get this hand to Titan. We have, like, a bunch of redundant cards that don't do much. No Amulet. I think I'm willing to mulligan this. They also mulligan to 6. Yeah, this hand's way better. Dude, this hand is literally exactly what the last hand wished it could have been. This hand's fantastic. I think it's a putting Grazer back kind of hand as well. Oh, well, I mean, we're against Gigantha, so maybe it's a hand where you put back Summoner's Pact? Could be. So go turn 1, guess. Depending on what they play, we could either Grazer and bounce land and then hold on to the Amulet, or turn 1 Amulet and then bounce land. If we Grazer, we'd have 3. So we could top deck a Dryad or a Splunking or something. And then the turn after, I mean, we'd still have a couple turns until we hit Titan from there. I actually think it's probably correct to put back the Summoner's Pact just to guarantee that we're making enough mana progress that by the time we hit turn 3, if we draw Titan, we can cast it. Because if we put down the Explorer and keep this assortment of cards, we have 3, 5. I guess we could draw a Grazer or Titan off the top if we put down the Explorer and then still be able to get to Titan. It's debatable. Because the Explorer's a known ramp spell, then but we'd have to top deck Titan or Ring for this hand to do much. We're on the draw as well. Oh, we're definitely keeping this. It's so disheartening for me to put an Explorer back. It's probably correct here, though. Plus, if we draw second Amulet, then holding on to Grazer, we can turn 2 a Titan here. So it's probably correct to put back Explorer. I hate it. I hate it. I wanted that Explorer in my life, dude. Verdant Catacombs. That's not the color of fetch land I expected. I was expecting, like, mono red here or something. Blood Crypt. Oh no. Explorer, come back! I take everything back! Oh, we get to turn 1 Grazer roadblock the Ragavan. Thank goodness for our Boreal Grazer. And now we get to play Amulet also, so we don't get it discarded. So that's fantastic.
Vic TMMTG said, Jund Sagavan?
I guess so. I was expecting Prowess, not gonna lie. This one, Stonewall's Prowess creatures and Ragavan alike, though, so... Crumbling Vestige, not a bad draw. I was talking about being able to actually get to Titan mana, and Crumbling Vestige does help with that. I will block. I will block you. Insta snap block. Take that block every day. Unholy Heat. You did good, Grazer. You did good. Now let's top deck a Dryad. Oof. Tap land. Tapped land. Tisk tisk. No! Not you, Boros Garrison. Why are you here? Alright, fine. If you want to show up so bad, then I'll put you into play. Stupid Boros Garrison always requesting special treatment.
__base said, MR Garrison.
Mr. Garrison, why have you shown up now? Also, you know, the ugliest part about this is next turn we have to play a green bounce land, because if we play Vestige, we won't have double green for Titan the turn after. So, Still, if we draw second Amulet, we get to just go ham here, so we could always just draw second Amulet. I'm not begging or anything, I'm just mentioning casually that we could draw second Amulet. Hey, there's the Saga. I will not block. They stole my Vesuva. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Okay. Oh, they beside you. Okay. Interesting. Grab one of these. Well, so we can either play Bounce Land and set up for Titan next turn, or just go for Saga to make some roadblockers for a couple turns against Ragavan. I mean, we could play Saga and then next turn pivot and Vestige into Titan anyways. We just have to waste one of our Saga activations, so I think it's free to play the Saga. I'm afraid that trying to take another hit from Ragavan and then playing the chump block for a turn or two with Saga tokens will just get run over by removal spells, so probably planning to Titan next turn and just hoping they don't discard us is fine, but playing Saga and then being willing to sacrifice a Saga activation if we do get to Titan is probably going to be the best move. Although we can't haste Titan because we have both Garrison in play and Vesuva exiled, so... No! They hit Amulet! I would have taken that one gladly. Still could not have hasted, though. This is a situation where Hanwir would be better. But it's only because we drew Boros Garrison and Ragavan Solar Vesuva. That's a very unlikely scenario. Because usually you won't have had both of these cards out of your deck. Oof, Dryad, huh? Well, okay, so they have another Beseiju. So let's float here. I guess we're in draw step, so floating doesn't really matter. Also, it's not like we were getting Amulet this turn. I was starting to think down lines that involved the Amulet, but we don't have one of those. All right, we'll just let this go. So we have 4, 5. We can pack for Titan and go for it. It's probably the right course of action here, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't even know what we're getting here. Probably just T-West Bounce Land. It could be Double Saga. I don't hate Double Saga. We're Saga T-West. Next turn we pay 4 for our pact. We have Saga T-West 2 up. So we can activate, play Bounce Land. Or we could play Dryad and just not activate Saga immediately. Or we could set up Valakuts now for the Dryad that we already know that we have. And then they have to deal with the Titan and the Dryad at the same time. Their last 2 cards would have to be exactly something to kill Titan and something to discard or kill Dryad. If they have that exactly, though, then we're not in great shape. We can get single Valakut and Talaria West, perhaps, and then still be able to dominate the battlefield and play around the possibility that they are able to kill both of these. Although we might just be dying very quickly to Saga tokens otherwise. I have a feeling it's supposed to be double Valakut. I'm forcing you to answer my Titan and my Dryad both.
4ev_ironic said, I don't know, I have really started to like the flexibility from Hanwir once you get used to it. Also makes Dryad better usually.
That's fair. I don't know.
VicTMMTG said, same.
Well, we'll see throughout the league if we run into many scenarios where Hanwir would have been better. This is the second time now, right? Because we needed both Boros Garrison. We needed either not for them to hit Vesuva or for us not to have drawn Boros Garrison to be able to haste our Titan with the Amulet that we thought was coming down earlier. Whereas that would not have been a problem with Hanwir. They don't make a second construct here, which is interesting. Kind of would have expected that. Although I guess they're just going to die to, Titan and Dryad if they just make constructs and don't do much else here. So they get Shadow Spear. Okay. Rin. Okay. Get back Beseiju. So they can Beseiju Dryad. And now they make a token. They do have a legendary creature, so the Beseiju does cost 1 here. Alright, so let's not lose the game. If only this was on Dryad, huh? Grazer. So... So they can Beseiju our Dryad, so we can force them to Beseiju the Dryad by playing it. If we attack with Titan and they double block, we can Beseiju, Shadow Spear or something, maybe? We can't Beseiju anything this turn, so we wouldn't be able to kill both constructs, and they still have Rin Saga going? We can attack, get T-West Bounce Land, and trade with one of the constructs. Force them to use the Beseiju, I suppose? Weird. We don't really have a great out here. So we get T-West Bounce Land, pick up Forest, play Dryad, then we can play Land and force the Beseiju. We can play Bounce Land, and then pick up the T-West, and the next turn we'll be ready to go to Transmute. So that's probably the right play. I wonder if I guess we're supposed to attack Rin here, because Rin matters more than their life total at the moment. Hold on, if we attack here, are we just dead? They make a Saga token, get another artifact if they have it. Then they have 6... 12, 14 damage, 15 with the Rin, so a bolt or second Rin would kill us if we attack here. Interesting. So if we attack and kill the Rin, play Dryad, they kill it. The next turn, I guess we could get a Forest off the Boseiju and then Grazer and still have a chump blocker. So it's probably safe to attack Rin here. Also, we could just float the green in response to the Boseiju, even if we didn't have a Forest to search for and still be able to cast Grazer. But we could alternatively get Tolaria West and Boseiju. If we do that and we don't have an untapped green to use the Boseiju. We really wish we had an amulet here. I don't know why our opponents stopped before we even searched for the Titan trigger. They should let this resolve. I think it's probably supposed to be T-West, Simic. Go ahead and play the Dryad and force them to use the Boseiju. Although I guess if we don't play the Dryad, we can force them to hold up the mana.
They trying to figure out how you don't think you are dead.
Attacking Rin was definitely the best choice here, because if they let the Rin die, then they don't have access to second Boseiju after we force them to Boseiju Dryad. So then when we transmute for and pack for Dryad next turn, depending on whether our Titan's in play or not, then we can kill them with Valakut triggers. Whereas if we had attacked them, then their Rin would just be able to pick up Boseiju and it would be not a problem. Let me make sure they did, in fact, pick up Boseiju. They did. So they have a Boseiju in hand right now. Dude, they're thinking so long, it's making me forget what I was planning on doing. It's T-West Bounce Land. T-West Simic Growth Chamber. That's the plan. It's got to be T-West Bounce Land here. I guess, hold on, there's something huge here. So if they block with the Ragavan, then they suddenly don't have a legendary creature for Boseiju to cost 1, and then we get to kill them, or kill their creatures at least, with Dryad. Alright, so they're finally letting us search. So, the plan, T-West, Blue Bounce Land. Pick up Bazik Forest. Do we want to pick up the Cavern? Just so we can Cavern naming whatever? That way we get to reset this to an actual green source in the future. I think the one on Beast is like doing nothing. So I'm pretty okay with picking up Cavern here. Alright, opponent, come on now. You thought this long just to let us resolve this trigger, and now you're still thinking. So we pick up Cavern, play Cavern naming Dryad. I think that's fine. Would you like to block? Please block with a Ragavan. It would make my day. You would like to block with Ragavan. You would love to block with Ragavan. Let's see. So next turn we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which would be enough to transmute, to play Bounce Land, pick up T-West Transmute, and still have 2 floating if we were to cast a Titan. We could alternatively transmute for a Dryad. I said we had 11, right? This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Interesting. 0 blocks. Interesting. Okay, so Rin is down. So that means we want to play Dryad and Grazer, right? I mean, we definitely want to play Grazer. The question is, do we play the Dryad this turn or not? I guess we don't want discard spell to be a live top deck for them. So I think we're supposed to do this. Play Dryad. Remember to float green after they respond to our Valakut triggers here. I guess we play Growth Chamber. We shoot the Ragavan and Construct in case these are going to go through. Maybe our opponent does not realize that they can Boseiju here. Maybe they think they're one short. Nope, they realize. All right, so we float our green. We say yes. I'm going to grab a basic Forest here. We pick up... I guess we just go ahead and pick up Tolaria West. That plays into another Boseiju, though. They can Boseiju Tolaria West either way. So we pick this up, then we Grazer in Bounce Land and pick up Crumbling Vestige. And I think that plays around another Boseiju. Yep. So we can Grazer in Selesnya, pick up the Crumbling Vestige, and then we can play Crumbling Vestige for second blue if they kill one of our Growth Chambers. Although it's worse if we were going to potentially transmute for a Dryad, but can they make a Construct here, which is probably good news for us. Pyrite Spellbomb, eh? Basic Forest. It looks like they might have another Boseiju. Got a block here. Or we're giving them a second mana by not blocking the Ragavan. I think we probably need to do that, though. They hit Summoner's Pact. Dude, I would have liked to draw Summoner's Pact. I'll also take a ring. Ring would be good. Now they could trade their Construct with our Titan. Explore, huh? Right, I guess we'll lead on that. See what we see. Bowmasters. That means that they're dead, right? That means that we just pack for Dryad and they're dead. Okay. Perfectly navigated by yours truly. Of course we draw a second Titan, because why would we not draw a second Titan? Alright, let's get this over with. Let's transmute. We get Summoner's Pact. Pact for Dryad. We can even play second Titan here, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, we're short.
Bash underscore is underscore they said, I haven't played Titan in so long, but I have a crush on Colossal Skyturtle.
It's okay, I didn't have to play Titan here. I don't know why I clicked the Titan. I thought I had clicked Dryad because I had exactly 3 floating, and I just autopiloted to clicking through the rest of it. Interesting. Oh, we don't have Vesuva. That's kind of awkward. Okay, so we want a bounce land to set up shenanigans with Dryad, and I guess a Talaria West in case everything fails. Now let's just get double bounce land, to be
VicTMMTG
honest.
said, LOL I played against a guy named Colossal Skyturtle last round, he's on Yogg.
I'm so sorry for slow rolling you,
Bash
opponent.
underscore
I
is underscore
did not
they
mean
said,
to do that.
must be Satan.
All
I hate
right.
my go name.
So we get Saga. Save these upstairs. Play land second main phase, and that will be all. I really don't know why I played the second Titan first. I intended to play Dryad into Titan. I had exactly 3 floating, and then I just played Titan. My brain is not braining today. Imagine me making such stupid mistakes after saying frickin' perfectly navigated. Oh, that works also. It's like, that's just lethal damage, but that's okay. This hand is very strange. We're on the draw, and we get a redraw with Relic. I'm gonna keep it. I'm a sucker for punishment here. What's SDT? Never want to see Dark Confidant without SDT. I don't know what SDT is. I guess we want a Relic here first, so that they can't...
VicTMMTG said, Sensei's top.
Rin here? Sensei's top. Oh! No, it's... I think it's just been a very long time since people played Bob and Sensei's top together. Oh wait, so is that your MTGO name? I don't think... Oh, they had another fetch land. Sad times. All right, well, we'll play an Amulet here and pass back because we simply cannot draw lands. Not this time. It's okay, though. All we need is 1 bounce land and we're fine. So, Thoughtseize, that will do pretty much nothing. I guess taking our second Amulet is a little annoying, but still not the end of the world. Bounce land lets us go copy Amulet, grazer, bounce land, double Titan. So, realistically, nothing they can take here matters, but there's the Catacombs. We'll just go ahead and respond to this because we're never going to get another window to snipe the Verdant here anyways, so might as well just use the Relic immediately. Get that sweet, sweet F6. They took our Titan, by the way, which is interesting, I guess. Bounce land, and we pretty much win, so... And not pretty much, we literally just win, so... Oh, Inquisition also. Are they taking Summoner's Pact? Oh, they take the Amulet. Strange picks here. Dryad does not do too much. So I guess we're going to pass. So let's Relic now, and then we'll hold up Relic Pop, because we'll probably have to do that on their end step anyways. Do we even want to pop Relic if they just try to get back Verdant Catacombs? Because it might be better... I mean, we need to draw the card from Relic, but I kind of want to save this for a Boseiju if they have it. We're going to pop this anyway, so let's just do it. Explore, huh? Yikes. Okay. Here we go! We'll just sit here, we'll twiddle our thumbs, you know? Anybody's game. Even if they Renblem here, we just, like, don't really care. Pick your poison. Okay, well, that's the game. That is the game. Oh, that Relic was doing more work than I thought it was. The One Ring, Talarius, we were not getting there. On the play?
4ev_ironic said, I usually cut 4 sagas and move in 3 green lands plus spelunking, against green or red decks.
That makes sense. That hand is just not great. This hand is pretty great, so we'll keep that one. And we need the Stronghold here, ironically.
VicTMMTG said,
We could just bottom
extra
bounce
Boseiju
land.
plus castle and spelunkings.
I'm bottoming the Spelunking, though, I think. This hand's fantastic. See if they have the turn 1 pick.
Gas hand.
We're just getting gifted with all the super bonkers hands in this league. They do have Pick Your Poison, though. Goodbye, Amulet. It's gone. Makes me happy I kept second bounce land here. It's okay, though. We can just play Forest. Oh, it's probably better to play the bounce land in this case because of Pick Your Poison. Like, if they have a second and can kill our Amulet, then we can't play a Dryad this turn if we draw it. So it's probably actually better to play bounce land.
Said, am I a bad person? I am finding Pokemon TCG more interesting than MTG.
I don't think that's bad at all. And they kill our Amulet, so I got punished for not playing bounce land. Not that punished, though, because we can just play the Ring next turn. So I guess we pick up the Slayers, leave Basic Forest in play. I don't think there's anything that'll change our mind about going untap land Ring next turn, but thank you for the follow. Upscale. Rin. Our opponent's on the slow, grindy plan. Pick up the Wooded Foothills here. I will play a Ring, though. Don't Thoughtseize me.
Upscaling
No!
MSLC said, dude, I love
felt
the stream
it.
already. Good and sweaty.
Of course they had the Thoughtseize. I felt it in my soul that they were about to Thoughtseize me. I really, really felt that. Do we just play the Growth Chamber now? Guess we just don't use the Relic because we might want to Relic ourselves against a potential surgical extraction. I'm going to play the Stronghold and just hold out one more turn, see if we can draw that Amulet. What are they going to do next? Fulminator Mage? Goyf? Okay. Yep, that's fine. Okay. That's the same Bloodstained Mire. I let them pick back up with Rin. Is there a reason to draw with a relic here? I mean, now that they have a Saga to pick back up with a Rin, I think I probably want to go ahead and pop this and just hope that they don't have Beseiju. Ooh. All right, well, we'll just try to get things going next turn, I guess. Classic little tiny 0-1 Goyf. Play another Goyf. Play another Goyf. Oh, they have the Beseiju! This is the worst timeline. Well, now I kind of wish I was not yielded because I could have floated mana and packed it for Endurance, which I probably would have done here, but that's all right. Beseiju again, huh? Well, luckily we have tons of basics. We get to ambush this with Endurance. Oh wait, we can't pack for Endurance now. Now I'm really glad I didn't pack for Endurance. Would not want to lose to the Pact. That would not be fantastic. Ring? Mycosynth. Well, they don't know that we have Mycosynth, so I'll keep it in hand here. They're at 5 minutes, by the way. And I guess we're supposed to just Endurance now. Just not let them get the Endurance. Not let them get the Beseiju. Where is my Endurance? I thought for sure I brought them in this time. Oops. Well, that sucks. Well, I guess we're getting a Titan. That was a little bit of an oopsie. I didn't expect them to be playing Goyce also. Endurance, why are you so far away? Let's see if they have another Beseiju here to just... Oh, well, they can't even hit my land, so... Rewarded for playing 4 forests, I guess. Not playing another one of these out. Actually, I guess we can never get past 4 mana thanks to the Beseiju here. So, is there even a point in playing out our lands? I mean, it kind of forces them to use their mana. We kind of want the untapped sources in hand, though, maybe? I'm just going to hold on to them. I don't really know what our plan is here.
4ev_ironic said, sacrifice the sun home.
I just don't see a reason to play any lands, to be honest. Oh, they cashed in the Rin? Oh, they have a second Rin. Okay, that makes more sense. Well, Thoughtseize one of our Titans. Sure. I don't even know what we're drawing for here. Boris Garrison's certainly not helping. Well...
4ev_ironic said, Ring is best out, I think.
Ring doesn't even really do much. We'd have to draw exactly like Amulet plus Ramp Spell. Ugh. Yeah, Ring might have been the only thing, though. Fable. Still could draw Ring, I guess. Summoner's Pact is not doing a whole lot here. I guess it lets us Dryad 2 lands into play. It doesn't really do anything. We get to block the Shaman, I suppose. Yes. Go Dryad. If we play, like, land, bounce land, they just blow up the bounce land, then we get nowhere. If we play 2 untap lands, then next turn... So, like, they blow up one of them with Beseiju... No, they blow up both of them with Beseiju, because they still have Beseiju in hand here. I guess that takes the time off their clock, though. Whatever. I guess I'm going Mycosynth and Selesnya. And they forces them to use their mana and time to kill Selesnya. I think we're probably just dead here, though. I guess they can kill both Dryad and the Sanctuary, and then we're taking 7 here, so we're literally dead on board. I'm just gonna scoop it up. Huh. Unfortunate, but we'll jump into the next one. On the play. Why? Why are these hands with so few lands?
It's just randomly so useful.
I kind of feel like I'm tempted to keep it, but it's probably a trap.
Ironic said, EE is SB slot 16 for me RN.
This hand's got to be a trap, right? I mean, bounce land makes this hand go crazy, but we're not... So, I've done the math before. We're like
Upscale again,
30% chance to draw a bounce land. I kind of agree. I think that this hand just will not function. This hand's better, for sure. Yeah, this hand's way better than the last one. So we keep this. What do we bottom? I guess we bottom...
You got probably this, gas on gas, good work.
West. And then we go turn 1... Forest Amulet? Next turn we can explore into Saga Land and start making constructs and just play a slow game. See what Terminator is up to. Stomping Ground. It's probably a land that we'd like to see, probably. Depending on if there's a very quick red creature. Okay, that's not a quick one. So actually that's probably good that we are making Saga tokens here. Bobble. So probably another Jund deck? This is the redemption arc. Ugh. Not you, Slayer Stronghold. Anyone but you. I'll still play it, though. Another Amulet, eh? Don't mind if I do. Just play this one and swing it back to you, opponent. Bounce land off the top is literally lethal. The exact method to making it lethal is not yet known to me. I'd have to do some calculations, but it's probably lethal. The Ragavan attack. Don't steal something important, please. I hit the Mycosynth Gardens. We did not want to draw that anyways, so that's fine.
4ev_ironic said, their Ragavan will exile a non-bounce so you draw 1.
Exactly. I like what you're thinking. They have a Saga too. Where's your Gigantha? Where's the Gigantha? Relic of Progenitus. Summoner's Pact. That's redundancy. I'll take that, actually. And we play this on Giant so we can draw stupid Boros Garrison and still be able to do Titan things. Alright, Relic me even though it doesn't matter. I'm prepared. Go ahead and tap your little Relic of Fortunatus. I'm waiting. Waiting patiently. There we go. Also, I don't know why it made my graveyard pop out like that. That seems kind of useless. This is a sneaky little 3/3 creature right here, by the way. You don't see it, but it's there. It'll get you. I'm sure our opponent knows. I will force them to use the Bolt, though. Actually, they're playing a Mishra's Bauble Saga Wrenn and 6 deck with Relic of Progenitus. I guess it's just a one of. Yeah, that's... I will not allow that if I can in any way not allow that. There's the Bolt. They have the Bolt. Hey, that just means they don't have double Bolt for my Titan, so... my Titans, plural. Oh, they exiled a Saga off the top? Alright, give me deck, give me any ETB tap land at all. Just an ETB tap land, that's all it needs to be. That's all I need. Like that one! Yeah, just like that one! Deck. Hold on, so wait. All is not lost. We have an expedition map here, so we still get there. We're good, we're cool. Thank goodness I'm one of those people that actually plays expedition map instead of one of the other people that don't. Couldn't be me. How about that? How about bounce land double Titan turn? Does that seem adequate to you, opponent? Plus, both of the Titans I'm about to try to attack with will be eligible to block your Ragavan. I hope that you know that. Gotta slip the Dryad in there beforehand because, of course, you have to. It's literally required. You can't tell me that you wouldn't. I'm even picking up the Cavern of Souls here. That's confidence right there. One Valakut and bounce land serving up right away. So we go Valakut and another... Let's go Selesnya Sanctuary. Have natural mana here. All right. We got the lead against Valakut Saga. So do I learn from my previous mistakes and bring in the Endurances this time? The all-tap land hand does not fill me with joy. We don't have Sagas to mulligan into, so if we mulligan, we're literally just searching for a hand with Amulet or Grazer on one. They just kept 7. That could be a Snap Ragavan keep, too. We are mulliganing to potential Grazers and Dismembers for Ragavan. This hand doesn't really do much otherwise. I guess it interacts with their Wrenn. Weird. This hand's like a little past borderline to kind of mediocre. Kind of am tempted to mulligan this. It might be greedy to mulligan, though. I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, this hand's better. We keep this. Bottom, a Titan. They lead on Saga. That's not a Ragavan. If we want to play Dryad this upcoming turn, we have to go ahead and play Amulet now, but that plays into their, I was going to say Crack the Earth again. That's what it effectively does. That's not the name of the card. Oh, there's Dismember. It's not the worst. I think we just go ahead and play the Amulet out, allow them to have a window for their interaction. Because if we can go Dryad into any random land, then we potentially set up for a turn 3 ring here, so it's worth the upside, and even if they kill the Amulet, it's not like the end of the world. Ideally, we'll draw a bounce land in either case. Here's the Stomping Ground, and pick your poison. No? Ooh, Magda. 2 mana 2/2. Whenever you commit a crime, create a treasure, a tapped treasure, and that means that if they target us or cards in a graveyard, they get that ability, and then they can sack 3 to make a 4/4. Okay. Well, we got to play our Dryad. We could just dismember the Magda. I don't know that I want to. I don't think I want to, because we can do that next turn. They could kill our Dryad here, but that's probably fine. Pop off Saga as well, so they're going -1 land. I guess Relic does enable Magda, right? They can tap it and target us and then get a treasure every time. Haywire might. Interesting. I'm pretty glad I played Dryad here then, because that would have been difficult to do this upcoming turn, because we're most likely drawing a bounce land. We don't have that many untapped lands in our deck compared to tap lands. Thank you for the follow, ePrincipe. I've watched your stream on occasion as well, followed your leaderboard. You were the first person, Principe, that I saw playing both Slayers and Hanweir at the same time. I was like, that's interesting.
What
Ooh, they
Principe
even
MTG said, love.
They even get to get a treasure off of the Haywire Mite targeting our Amulet. That's pretty cute. 1 ring. Alright, well, let's just get this one out of play before it gets out of hand. We even got to save 2 life. Not attacking because they could have a sneaky Ragavan. The 2 damage just, like, does not matter at all, so. We would love to draw bounce land. What is this card? 3 mana, 3/3 reach. Whenever you commit a crime, look at the top 5 cards, put a land on the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom. Okay. So that's, now we understand why they're playing the Valakut. Alright. Any land, please. That is the perfect land. That is the ideal land, in fact. Just pick up the Crumbling Vestige. That was a good draw. accepted. They make a Saga token here as well, huh? Yeah, this one's a little bit better than Magda in terms of like, ooh, hey, where am I? Okay, in terms of like giving them literal ramp. I suppose in the top 5 cards they have to hit a land, but that's not the craziest thing in the world. They put a card on top with the Surveil, and they are playing black apparently as well. Curious. Do I want to just slam the ring into their Haywire Might anyways? I don't really see a reason not to. I'll just play the ring. I'll gain us some life, force their hand a little bit. Guaranteed card out of the ring as well immediately, so we can go Dryad into Titan. We got the plan. There's Valakut. They'll get there eventually. Oh, Magda also. Okay, this combo could be a little bit of an annoyance. Unfortunately, our draw is slow enough that they're just able to do all this. Amulet off the top. Let's see, that would be 4. That would be 1 short of being able to cast Titan. Because we play copy, leave 1 floating. No. That would be exactly enough. It would be exactly enough to cast Titan. So Amulet off the top, let's go. Amulet 1 time. Amulet. Oh, that's not an Amulet. I mean, do we just play another ring? Or do we go for Dryad into Titan here? I guess we just go for the ring. Hey, Amulet. I'll take that. And we probably could sandbag this so they can't make us sacrifice it. So let's put our Simic in play. Pick up this. Next turn we can go Amulet, copy it, bounce land, Dryad, bounce land, Titan. Also, they can't target us because of our 1 ring protection, so not worried about getting Valakut triggered here. Although they could potentially Valakut trigger us at instant speed during our turn if they have a bunch of burn spells or something. Or like bobble effects that they can activate at will. They have potentially 5 mountains in play. Only 1 card in hand, though. So they can put a land into play with the Lookout and the Bobble. And then if they have another card that targets, then they can get a second Valakut trigger. So that could potentially kill a Titan. We're going for the Bobble now. Interesting. We've already lost our life, so there's no reason not to draw here, right? So they don't know what we're drawing. Let's let this Lookout trigger go. Or they can also just fetch, I suppose. That's fine. I guess they want to ensure that they have enough mountains for Valakut here. I think they kind of missequenced this. They probably should have held the Bobble trigger, because then we have to play around them having like a bolt or something and being able to get Valakut triggers to kill our Titan. I guess they could still have a bolt. No, but then they can't. They target the Titan, that still counts for this. So we might still have to play around bolt. But then they're forcing themselves to actually find a mountain, which they didn't hear. They could still find a mountain. Just let them see the top card. It's fine. And we'll draw Summoner's Pact. If their last card is something that kills the Amulet, then we're kind of out of luck here. We don't necessarily have to play into it, but we can still play Forest Dryad if our Amulet play and copy thing doesn't work out, so it's probably pretty free to do this. Okay, so I guess we Vestige into Dryad. Now we go double Titan. And now they will not have enough triggers to kill both of our Titans. If they have Bolt and they hit a mountain off the top, they can kill a Titan, but not both. So we get Simic and Valakut here. Just do some untapping business. Don't mind me. I'm just making some mana. I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about. I'm going to keep Bounce Land in hand because I'd rather have that Valakut in play. Thank you very much. We go Titan. There we go. Whew. We beat the super cool Valakut Brew. Love to see decks like that. And we're 3-1. See if we can get the 4-1, perhaps. Ugh. We got the ugly Boros Garrison in hand. Against a Gigantha deck. Again. Is it Prowess or is it Jund also? Interesting. I mean, we could just go turn 1 Saga Amulet, turn 2 activate the Saga and pick it up and just like make a plan out of this Saga and then just suffer with the Boros Garrison in hand. It's really not the craziest plan. It's kind of borderline to keep it, but I actually think it's reasonable because we could go Saga Forest and then at turn 3 we can play a Titan if we have it, and if we don't draw anything relevant or if our opponent's on a deck that's a little bit slower, then we can just pick up the Saga after activating it and, you know, go from there. I think this hand kind of works. Raucous Theater. So it is Jund. Of course. Unholy Heat. Okay. Well, against Jund, we probably want to pick up the Saga. So we'll do that off of Selesnya Sanctuary. Behold, as I amaze you with my stack trigger manipulation.
Said,
activate in response. Gaming. Exactly. This is first and foremost a artifact deck right here. Look. Construct tokens and amulets and expedition maps, like, come on. That's a lot of artifacts. Our opponent is playing the same game as us.
Said, perfect for when they vote us.
Yes, Thoughtseize now, opponent. This is your only chance, because next turn you're going to be activating Saga. Yes! 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 That's what you love to see. Oops,
VicTMMTG
no
said,
cards.
Screenshot.
I don't need a
AHH.
screenshot, it's recorded.
Missed it.
It's not screenshot worthy, because trust me, it is not the first time I've ever done that.
Tree.
It is not the first time. I have been there, but oh, I just played this saga into the Haywire Might. That's okay. And by okay, I mean I totally was so excited by the fact they just thought seized us with no cards in hand that I didn't even pay attention to the rest of what they did that turn. Having main board Haywire Might is just unfair.
4ev_ironic said, maybe no green.
Maybe? If I could get one more construct, we got the whole squad coming through. Pyrite Spellbomb. That will kill a construct token. No land. No land. Oh, they draw. Oh, they're trying to hit the land. And they miss! Oh, this is huge for us. Alright, so we play, I guess, Forest. So next turn we can play Garrison if we draw a Titan and still do Titan things. And I am going red here. Getting in the red zone. Take 3. That's aggro right there. See, I know how to play an aggro deck. They might have to get Springleaf Drum here. That would be the saddest thing in the world. To play a Saga, get no value out of it, and then get Springleaf Drum. Mishra's Research Desk. Oh, they did draw the green, though. Interesting. I was going to say, if you have to Mishra's Research Desk to try to find your land drop, that really sucks. But they have the land drop, so they're fine. Oh, I should have played the map to get an extra point of damage. I'm over here bragging about how I know how to play aggro and just straight up missing on a point of damage that would have been free. And exposing my map to a discard spell. Remember what I was saying earlier about being a professional Titan gamer? Goodbye, Urza Saga. It's so sad. So anyways, then I attacked for 8. No follow-up, eh? Or a mana short. Right, now we get to play the Valakut. And then Expedition Map. Swing 8. Oh, and they didn't bolt in response, so they don't have the bolt. We might actually just be killing them with construct tokens. Alright, Fatal Push. Alright, we might actually be killing them with Primeval Titan, so... We could map for Bog. If they go like Boseiju Rin, that would be a good idea. We could map for another Saga. Ugh, man, they just never hit the 3rd land drop. Really sucks. I guess that's the downside of playing Saga in your deck in the first place, is because it will eventually no longer be a land, and it also taps for colorless, so it's not free in these decks necessarily. But it still really sucks on their part to have it go down this way. They hit Inquisition on Unholy Heat. No! Wait. I can pact in response to Inquisition if they cast it, so I can get my Titan. Oh, they chose the Unholy Heat. I guess they are dying kind of to the construct, so that does make some sense. I totally would have pacted for Titan in response to Inquisition, though. You better bet I would have. It might be Titan time, guys. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but I'm kind of feeling it. It might be time for Primeval Titan to hit the battlefield. Oh, they just have Inquisition, just like that. All right. Yes. If they have Alpine Moon for my Selesnya Sanctuary, then I have been bested. I will accept that terms and conditions. So you got to be careful about F6ing against these Inquisition of Kozilek decks. This does happen infrequently, but it does happen. Do I want to map here? What would I map for? Like a Saga, maybe? Or potentially Mycosynth Gardens? Mapping for Mycosynth doesn't seem horrible. It's not great if they discard Titan, though. Probably mapping for Saga makes sense, but I guess we don't have to do that now, necessarily. We'll just wait on the map. We're not in any rush. Hey, there's a Mycosynth, so I guess I'm glad I waited. They could have Ragavan. I'm putting you to lethal with Slayer's Stronghold territory, so... We played until the end of this turn. Oh, they can Unholy Heat this anyway, so we wouldn't have been able to... Well, they would have to have land to be able to both dash Ragavan and heat this. And even then, it's really not the worst thing in the world, so... Probably just swinging, just correct. Hey, but at least our opponent has Gigantha in the sideboard. I don't know if any of you guys play decks like this, but how often does the Gigantha actually come up? Like, does it matter? I only play Titan, so whenever I see a Gigantha, I'm like, whew, that card doesn't matter against me.
VicTMMTG said, I rarely see it matter.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
4ev_ironic said, rarely.
Well, that Titan can block that Tarmogoyf can block our Titan, but can it block 2 Titans?
Bash_is_base said, depends the Mew.
Also, 4/4 now. 4/4 construct. Don't forget it. We need to play Garrison to be able to haste our Titans here, though, so don't go too hastily into this. We have Telarios to transmute for 2nd Titan. That was a pretty lucky draw, I guess, in a sense. Pick up the Valakut. I guess we leave a white floating. It probably doesn't matter. But we need the 2nd green anyways. How do you guys feel about yellow card? It's the band that's playing right now. So if we get double bounce land, then we can transmute and get another Titan. So that's what we'll do.
Bash underscore is underscore base said, love them childhood.
Dude, I freaking love yellow card.
And it's keeping me
There
away.
we go. All right. Well, potentially the last game, maybe?
Bash underscore is underscore base said, I don't think about it, but Ocean Avenue was amazing.
Dude, Ocean Avenue, in my opinion, the best punk rock song of all time. That's just how it is. This game kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Just gonna keep it real with you. All right, that hand will work. Put this Visuva
Bash
back.
underscore is underscore base said, but yellow card was maybe an early 2K band that was maybe at Warped Tour.
I don't care when it happened. They just have written some fantastic songs. Take your pick. Not respecting Grazer Boy. Unbelievable. Unthinkable. Relic. This might seem crazy, but I kind of just want to lead on Relic here. I actually think I'm just going to lead on Relic. I don't care if they have Thoughtseize or something for the second amulet that much. Like, this, potentially keeping a Rin in check, and also providing us something to sacrifice to pick your poison if they do have that. It's kind of nice to have the Relic in play. I'm just going to be honest. The station that I have on right now is basically a mix of, like, punk rock and, like, kind of, like, alternative rock. I don't know how else you would, like, describe it. Looks like I might get my wish. I might be finishing this league up before 11. Maybe. You're gonna Haywire Might my Relic of Progenitus? That's rude. Nah, this is just a 1-1 to attack with.
VicTMMTG said, I am in a miserable match vs Murktide, sad face.
I don't envy you. I do not envy you. Although, Relic of Progenitus helped a little bit against Murktide. Alright, let's get that Wooded Foothills right out of here. First things first. I said, I do not want to see your face here at Wooded Foothills. And that is how it is. And we're just gonna sandbag this amulet. I guess we're allowing our opponent to hit
specific.
Our Relic, but... Murktide Wizards. Dude, what is going on today?
They cast Flame of Honor 5 times.
Oh boy. I don't know why you're miserable. That sounds freaking awesome.
Like WTF.
I mean, obviously it's not great to be the opponent versus that, but like you have to admit that's just kind of sick, right? 7 How are you having a bad time? Look, sometimes winning is not what matters. Sometimes it's about having an enjoyable game. And being able to make 7 constructs and your opponent being able to cast Flame of Anor 5 times, that sounds like a freaking awesome game. I would never complain about that. You like to see it. Look at him. Oh my, how the mighty have fallen. Oh yes. I know what we're doing today. I have a plan, and I'm sticking to it. It is time to play the amulet, though. Bless your heart, Haywire Might, but I would like to be able to play Titan next turn, potentially, given the opportunity. And the only way that happens is by playing this amulet out now, so. It is time, Haywire Might. It is time. Pay up. Give me the green mana. I'm ready to receive it. The obligate Haywire Might and the saddest Tarmogoyf of all time. What a combination. Well, I apologize that you couldn't win the match, but, I mean, let's be honest. That sounds like an awesome match to play.
VicTMMTG said, well, that was game 1.
That was game 1? That's pretty insane, not gonna lie. Our opponent got first point of damage in on turn 4.
On easy face.
Mold of 5.
Yeah, 'twas wild.
Mold of 5 against the Flame of Anor deck doesn't seem that great. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. That doesn't sound like a fun situation. Plus, I mean, they probably play Blood Moons, so... Can't even rely on Saga to be a good game plan. I mean, I still keep Sagas in against the grid down, so hopefully that helps. Sometimes. Ooh, defense grid. Okay. Can I play your match, actually? The amulet has bit the dust. It's gone forever.
Sure, let's switch.
Sure, let's switch. Alright, hold on. Let me just log in real quick. They're gonna make us sack an artifact. I have a response. Exile Haywire Might, please. Make it go away. Honestly, I might just sack a relic. I mean, I could cash this in for 2 cards, and then just not have Relic out. They even played a Boseiju. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm going to hold priority and sack other Relic in response, just so I can F6. That's what I think about that. Explore is a fantastic draw. Titan's a pretty fantastic draw. Let's explore here.
VicTMMTG said, they had the Moon Rip.
Crumbling Vestige. Okay. Let's pick up a basic forest. Then let's play a basic forest. And here's your go. Oh, I should have... No, I had to respond to the Pick Your Poison with both relics. I didn't have another choice. I was thinking there's a way I could have exiled the Pick Your Poison somehow. Nope. No dice. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, how can we win?
Bash underscore is underscore base said, it's funny how affordable Pokemon is to MTG.
Oh, I could path for Dryad here. It plays into Fatal Push pretty poorly, but nah. Slam the guy. Broom broom. Coming through. What do we even get? We can get anything we want. It's probably T-West Valcut.
Vic TMMTG said, gonna go 3-2 I guess so it's not the worst.
I think T-West Valcut's what I like here. I'm just gonna keep all my lands in hand. Here we go. 3-2. Hey, 3-2 is perfectly fine. That works. They discard Ragavan and Raucous Theater. Hold on a second. This is important. Raucous. Making or constituting a disturbingly harsh and
Bash
loud
underscore
noise.
is underscore base said, I feel I am super high on Kessig.
Super high on Kessig, huh? It's fine. A lot of the lists I've seen don't even play Kessig. They just play Mirror Pool. Some of them even play Echoing Deeps. Like, people kind of stopped playing Kessig. It's kind of sad. Okay.
4ev underscore ironic said, I like Hanweir, but not Kessig. Vic TMMTG said, I'm not even on a kill land RN. They play the green land, I get it.
Not on a kill land, huh? So, how do we most definitively kill our opponent here? Because we can path for Dryad, but it'll probably...
It's doing fine so far.
I guess they can't Fatal Push until they revolt. So if we pack for Dryad and attack without killing their stuff, then they would have to Boseiju Dryad or like have Dismember or something. So I guess it's pretty safe to pack for Dryad. So now we just go to combat and attack. And if we wanted to be super uber safe, we could just get like Forest and then something else. Like Vesuva, copy Valcut, and Forest, so that we can't get Magus of the Moon out of the game. And now we just send 18 points of Valcut damage right to the dome. Always yes, always yes. Well, that was a really fun league, I'm not gonna lie. That was peak Amulettitan and peak Modern. I had a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys did too. We ended up 4-1, which I'll take that every day. I'll take it every single day. Thank you guys for joining. Jeez, that voice crack. Thank you guys for joining, and I appreciate everyone who's here lurking, watching, participating in the chat. It's great to have you all here, and it's great to be able to finally play through a full league. And I did finish by 11 o'clock. How about that? Yeah, so let me know if you have suggestions in the comments below for what to play next, different things to play. There's one particular commenter who has been asking me and asking me and asking me to play Mosswort Bridge. I gotta pull this up. I have to.
4ev underscore ironic said, I like Echoing Deeps. It is borderline kill land in a convoluted way, Valaka or double amulet lines, but also not needed.
I swear I have this card.
That was me.
That's you. See, I just haven't had the guts to play it. Oh, it is Mosswort. I just spelled it wrong or something. I own the card. I bought it because I do plan on playing it. I just don't know how to make it work because you have to have a total power of 10 or greater. Works with Slayers, huh? But it's Hideaway 4 though, because like you only get to look at the top 4 cards, so you just have to happen to hit something good off the Mosswort Bridge. I'm kind of curious what it would look like maybe to play a list with like maybe 1 or 2 Summoners packs and just like a ton of Cultivator Colossuses and Turn Timber Symbiosis. That could be an interesting build. So I might try to look into something like that. I don't know. Let me know if in the YouTube comments if that's something you're interested in. And yeah, let's get everybody in on this. I want to hear your suggestions. How can we make Mosswort Bridge the best possible land in Amulet? And maybe that'll be my next project. So thank you again for joining, and I will see you guys in the next league. This is Redface Menace, signing off.